Good evening, barflies and lounge lizards, and welcome to an atomic update of sorts. But don't worry, it'll be kinda interesting, or at least not super boring. Unless you find not super boring things super boring, then I can't help you. But I have some interesting news, some recommendations, and something I want to run by all you fine snack bar patrons. And I'll have some various nonsense running whilst I talk so you aren't just staring at a sleazy tiki weirdo for no telling how long. But first and foremost, I wanted to offer a huge thank you to everyone that helped chip in to get my computer repaired. It was an unexpected expense that ended up costing even more than I initially thought. I could have almost gotten a new computer with how much that darn thing ended up costing. But thanks to you smooth and sexy people, a little over half of the expense was taken care of. Very spiffy of you all. And for those of you who requested R-rated selfies, a capybara ate my phone again. Now for some less than copacetic news. Because of a title card artwork issue, long story but nothing scandal-serving and interesting, I have had to take down 9 episodes of glow-in-the-dark cinema. Shame too, it was some good ones like Invasion of the Saucermen and The Crawling Eye. I do plan to slowly re-upload all the episodes once I've re-edited them, but I just wanted to make you all aware that you have a whole bunch of reruns coming. Okay, now to the reason I've called you all here today. And those of you who aren't 3 cats in a trench coat, I appreciate you showing up. But I've been thinking about making a scheduling change for the summer. Right now, in a 4 Friday month, I do 1 big episode, which is a top list or a longer retrospective, and 3 smaller episodes, which is a single film review. Most of my views come from the top list episodes. Single film reviews don't come anywhere near as close, yet are almost as much work. So what I propose for the time being is dropping down to 3 episodes a month. But instead of doing just 1 big one, I would do 2 big episodes and 1 small one. So all in all, you basically get the same amount of content, but more of what folks really seem to enjoy. But I do want your opinion on the matter, so I will be running a poll on the community tab. And I know many of you aren't even aware that there is a community tab, but basically you just go to my channel page, click posts, and there you have it. I post random news and other neato stuff there, but if you would, give the matter a vote. And speaking of support, if anyone wants to help keep this wacky old snack bar afloat, do check out my Buy Me a Coffee page. It's easy, safe, and they only take a small cut. YouTube has also been pestering me to start a member section, which I've been debating. Might throw some old, unavailable content from the early days of the channel there. Now, with all that silly snack bar stuff out of the way, I wanted to recommend a few channels that might be of interest. First up, we have the good Mr. Joe Block, aka the Greyhawk Grognard, who I've mentioned several times before. It's actually kind of getting ridiculous at this point, but the message bears repeating. And Greyhawk Grognard is a channel all about the classic D&D Greyhawk setting. Just a wealth of information with an extremely likable host. He's also a game designer with a bunch of cool TTRPG products on the market. Now, this one may sound strange coming from me, but my good buddy Jack has retitled and resurrected his slasher movie channel. Now called Slasher Uprising, this is the go-to place if that sort of thing floats your goat. And though it's a world that's completely out of my wheelhouse, Jack is such a spiffy guy I tune in each and every week. And finally, a name many of you are probably already familiar with, and that's Snack Bar Regular Warren, aka A Warning to the Curious. Warren tells original ghost and cryptid stories, often with a bit of wackiness. So if you like the kind of creepypasta style thing, head on over. And one other thing, not channel related, I wanted to mention that my buddy, sci-fi writer Dan Hallfield has a new book out called A Disposable Man. And this is a prequel to his sci-fi novel Abducted, which I quite enjoyed. Now, I don't know if there are any sci-fi elements to A Disposable Man. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, though it does sound a bit more like a spy novel. But Dan is a great writer, so I'm sure it'll be a good time. Alright, so jumping in here from the future, while I was editing, I thought of one more person. And even though I've already brought him up like 6,000 times already, I wanted to mention Interweb Kaiju, which if you like giant monster movies, this is the channel you need to check out. Jumping in from the future again, because I thought of something else, and that's that folks have mentioned their comments being deleted or disappearing. But unless a comment is trollish or political, I don't delete comments. YouTube just has a way of eating them occasionally, sometimes for no reason at all, most times for no reason at all. I find the oddest stuff in my potentially offensive folder. And sometimes those comments will pop up again. I've had them appear as much as 6 months later before. Also, I try to at least like every comment I get. So if you don't hear anything at all from me, it's simply because I haven't gotten a notification, which happens a lot. And then often, you may not be getting the notification that I've responded. It's just all kinds of craziness here on the YouTubes. And that's all the time we have for this week. But before we go, I wanted to point out my new hat. Though technically, it's not a new hat. I used to rock this thing a lot when I was around 17 or 18 years old, going through my whole droog phase. Matter of fact, around 95, 96, my band at the time actually went to a quote-unquote professional local photographer to get photos done. They actually ended up looking more like prom photos than they did rock band photos. And man, let me tell you, we thought we were hot stuff. Spoiler, we weren't. Please like, comment, subscribe, watch the skies, and stay atomic.
London's under siege. But beware, this gobbling brute is a master of disguise.
Yeah, matey.
Do not confront him. Always carry your regulation chewits. There's nothing chewier. And keep the enemy from your door. Chewits, chew for victory.
Extra! Now, Soaky the Fun Bath comes in 2 new toys, Pluto the Pup and Goofy.
What is it, Pluto?
Get your new Soaky toys today.
New Soaky toys? Let's go. Whoa, Pluto! Gosh, new Soaky toys. What a handsome-looking cuss. Well, why, it's me, Goofy. Here's a Pluto Soaky toy. Isn't he silly looking? Nice Pluto. Some people just can't take a joke.
Soaky soaks you clean in oceans full of fun. Scrubbly, bubbly, flibbity, flubbity, clean before you're done.
Soaky soaks you clean, and every girl and boy gets a toy. When it's empty, it's a toy.
You'll get a Goofy and Pluto for your Soaky toy collection.
An alien creature has accidentally landed on Earth. He's lost, frightened, and he needs a friend, somebody just like you. His name is Mac, and you can call him at 1-900-9094-MAC. Be his friend and share his adventures. And if you call Mac now, he'll send you his poster for free. Ask your parents before you call. $2 first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. Mac and Me, coming March 30th to your favorite video store. Call Mac now, 1-900-9094-MAC. He's waiting.